We continue our team coverage now with News Channel 20's Amanda Henderson. She's live in Springfield checking out storm damage. And Amanda, tell us what you found. It looks like a big tree.
So often we hear about damage from trees that are usually dead, but I want you to check this one out. This one was very much alive when that storm came through Springfield earlier this morning. And of course, you can see it's clearly been uprooted since then, showing just how powerful those winds were that came through the city. This is right on the edge of town, of course, but the damage is all the same, completely uprooted. You can see this is well over my head, could have easily damaged a home or could have potentially killed someone. Thankfully, neither of those are the case at this time, but of course we saw damage throughout Springfield, whether it was trees falling over, whether it was flooding, but so far there have been no injuries reported. For now, live in Springfield, Amanda Henderson, News Channel 20 at 5.
Thank you, Cheryl. And right here in Springfield, you can see that the wind brought down a lot of trees in the area and even some lightning damage as well. News Channel 20's Amanda Henderson live now with a closer look. Amanda?
John, well, let me tell you, one of those big trees that fell over is here in the Springfield neighborhood we're at, but we actually have some friends here who were biking by and they said that this tree is pretty large, right guys? It fell over.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Well, I think that it's really big for the winds to be knocking that tree over because it was really healthy.
It was pretty healthy. Did it scare any of y'all to see that big tree fall over?
Yes. Me,
yeah.
Kind of.
I'll tell you what, we have seen those trees all over central Illinois falling over because of how strong the winds were and how damaging the winds were. Now, of course, all that rain fell over in Springfield, but we are keeping a close eye on any more damage that might be reported. But as you heard from the kids over here, it's pretty scary to see this kind of stuff. So it's important to remember that if you see those storm warnings, pay attention to those storm warnings. For now, live in Springfield, Amanda Henderson, News Channel 20 at 6.
Thank you, Cheryl. Well, we're still cleaning up from the damage left behind by those storms across Illinois. We're checking back in now with News Channel 20's Amanda Henderson with a look at the impact here in Springfield. Amanda?
John, oftentimes you see trees like this, they're nice and healthy, but this one completely fell over because of how damaging those storms have been. Of course, you might be asking yourself, what does it take for a tree like this to actually fall over? Well, one of two things. Number one, it could be how dense the ground is. Now, the rain obviously put a lot of water into there. You can see a lot of mud. At the same time, though, this tree well over my head, very tall. The second thing that could knock it down is going to be the wind. We could see winds of 50 to 70 miles per hour whenever the storms are as bad as the ones that we saw today. So of course, it can actually knock a tree over just like this one. Thankfully, this fell into the woods, nowhere near a home, nowhere near anyone. So no injuries to report. For now, live in Springfield, Amanda Henderson, News Channel 20 at 6.